This is the fourth video lecture on file handling system. In this system, in file handling system, the basic operations are you can see in the slides. And we have already discussed if open, if get C, put C, if get C, if put C, if close, if scan, if print if, and also if get is, put is, if put W and get W with example in the previous lectures. Now the remaining things are the if read and if write. In if read, we'll read one record from a file, and in if write, using if write, we will write one record into a file. Now what we did in previous lectures, that we read some characters, one characters from a file, we can able to write one characters into a file. We can read one string from a file, also we can write one string to a file using a puts. Similarly, we can read one integer using get w, and we can write one integer into a file using put w. Also we see that if printf and if scanf we used to read or write formatted data into a file. Now if using if read and if write, will read or write one record at a time, like a structure, or suppose one array contains multiple datas. We will write all datas or all records of all elements of one array into a file. Or similarly, for a structure may contains multiple type of data like name, roll number, marks, all these record, one record I will put into a file, that using if write, and also will read from a file using if read function. Let's see the what are the syntax of if read and if write. If read and if write, the similar syntax. The difference will no, there is no difference in syntax. The first in if read and if write, the first thing is the file pointer, not file pointer, that is the address of the variable or address of the record variable, like structure variable, like array variable. And second one is the size of each data or size of each record, and how many data or how many records you want to enter at a time. And this is the file pointer, in which file I want to read or I want to write. This is the if read, and this is the syntax of if write, same syntax used in the if read and if write. Now I will show you how to read one all elements of one array into a file. Okay, suppose this is the program. This is the program, and I will use input put.txt file to read or write. And this is the array element, character arrays, and this is the if write function. In if write function, what is the syntax? First one is the address of a, as a is the string or character array, that's why you used only a. Then as character stores 1 byte, that's why I used here 1 byte for each character, and there are 10 characters I want to insert into the file located by fs. If we run this program, we see here it's inserted. Now if we open the input.txt file, if we open the input.txt file from document, we can see data is already inserted into the file or write into the file. Now suppose I want to put say 8 data from this one. 10 characters are there, I want to put 8 characters. Okay, open the input file and see 8 characters are recorded into the file. Now this is the how to write into a file. One record, total record into a file. Now suppose I want to read data from the file. 8 data are recorded into the file, and suppose I want to read this data. If read suppose another variable, that is suppose a 10, I want to read the data into a, and this is the to show the datas I need to use for, because this is one character array. Int I equals to 0, I less than equals to 7, 8 data, that's why 0, I less than equals to 7, I plus plus. Now within this one you just print, and this is the character array, that's why I will use %c a of I. Okay, now if we execute this one, see here 8 data are read from the file and display it. See, this is the 8 data are there and it read 1 to 8. Now suppose I want to read 5 data from the file. Okay, I want to read 5 data from the file and insert it into the now if we compile it, though I run the loop of 0 to 7 means 8 data, but this array contains 0 to 1 to 5 only, because 5 data it's read from the file. This is the one example for how to read data or read a record or write record to a file. Now I'll show you how to read or write one structure into a file. I declared one structure, then this structure I declared to file pointer, and suppose input.txt and the file input.txt open in writing mode, and out file equals to null. This is the input.txt, error opening input.txt file, and I am taking input for this structure: first name, last name, account number and balance. First name, last name, account number and balance. After taking input, I am just writing into the file. Now what is the structure variable? Structure variable is C. I change it C because input is the file name. It may create some confusion, that's why I change the customer C. Okay, now I will take input using C dot if name, like structure input. You know how to take input in structure. In place of input I am writing C only, because C is the structure variable. Okay. Now I put the data one by one into the file. If write, what is syntax of if write? That first one is the address of the variable, then size of the one record, that how many records we want to put, and the file name where you want to put. I open the file in file pointer is in out file, that's why out file. Now and if close the file. Now I am deactivating these things. Okay, now if we run this, the file will be open in write mode, and it wants that first name, last name, account number, and balance. Whatever. Okay. Then again first name. If you put first name as top, it will stop. Okay, and data will be recorded into the file. Now see the input.txt file. Now you can see that some data are recorded into the encrypted form. In encrypted form, data are recorded in encrypted form. Okay, I need call. I will take. Data are recorded into encrypted form.